Hello everybody, this is Alexandra and this is my module for Explain video. In this video, we're going to take a look at for loops and nested loops. For this video, I'm actually using a code that Tom wrote in our class. I really thought it was a cool way to make a collage and a really interesting photo filter. So I've actually decided to use his code because I thought it was a great way to explain the concepts. So for this code, we'll go ahead and explain what the code does, and then I'll go ahead and look into the method of my collage. For this code, we actually are going to start off with a scanner object, which is right here. It's going to ask how many photos do you want in the collage, and then it'll take your response and store it in number pics, which is this variable here, an integer. We actually are going to go ahead and make sure that the user responds with not too many pictures, which would be over 5, and enough pictures, which means at least 1. So if you put in a number for this code that's outside of this range, it's actually going to return with this line: number must be greater than 1 and less than 5, pick again. And this is part here is actually going to keep running until you put in an acceptable integer. Next, it's going to prompt the user to pick a picture. Then we've actually created a picture here called My Collage, and this is actually going to be the length of the number of pictures in the collage and the height of the picture. So it's a blank canvas for the pictures to be attached to. And the last thing in this code is just calling the method m4collage, which I'll go ahead and explain now. Okay, so right here on line 201 is where this code starts. The method is called m4collage, and it takes 2 parameters: picture called p and an integer, which is count. And I'll go ahead and explain those once we get further down in the code. Next, we initialize some pixels, 1 for the source pics and 1 for the pixels in the collage. So this is the first for loop here that we're going to go ahead and examine. So the first variable here, integer index, is basically just like index we've heard in any other context. It's just going to refer to the number the photo is in the collage, the first, second, or third. And we're actually going to use this number in order to intensify the filter. So for the first photo in the collage, we're going to add 50 and 20 and 70 to blue, red, and green, respectively. For the second photo in the collage, we'll add 100, 40, and 140 to blue, red, and green. So that's basically how that's going to work, and it's going to look like this. So this is when we add only 50, 20, and 70 to red, blue, green, red, and green. This is when we add 100, 40, and 140, and so on. And then for place, this is just going to refer to the placement when we talk about the target X, or gray X as I named it in this collage. This is an example of a bad variable name. I actually started off this module or explain video using more of a grayscale effect, so it didn't get changed. But going back to place, basically we start this at 0, so the first photo is going to start at 0, and then after 1 it's going to start here, and then after 2 it's going to start here, and so forth. So for these loops, what's going to happen is we basically start here, but this entire loop is going to execute before going back up here and changing the index in place, as seen here. So basically, we go through this entire loop, every photo for the collage, and it ends when there are no photos left to put in the collage. So again, this is what it looks like here. Thank you very much.